Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Gone too soon. A mother shot and killed on the job leaves behind a heartbroken child and devastated fiance.
On October 4th, they took everything from me.
Inside the relentless search for justice of a family shattered by violence.
But first, tracking trouble. All eyes on the skies and 4 Live radar. Ben Bailey tracking some autumn thunderstorms with some very strong wind gusts and some big changes coming. In fact, we'll start things off here at 6 o'clock with the weather.
It's shaping up to be quite a windy fall day, complete with raindrops and storm chances. Ben is here with a look at when these storms are expected to roll in here, Ben.
Yeah, Kim, we've been seeing the rain pretty much through the commute, but this is kind of a deceiving setup because if you've been following the radar, you think, okay, we've got some light rain out there and that's going to be about it. There's going to be strong winds even outside of any showers or thunderstorms that are going to last pretty much through the evening, and the wind gusts are only going to get higher as we go. This is 4 Live radar. Down to the south, we've got a little bit more rain starting to come together here south of Toledo, so especially in our south zone here in the short term, do expect to see more showers. This is closer to the cold front. It's going to sweep through at about 10 o'clock, and you can see these cells a little bit more intense, and they're starting to become a little bit heavier as they approach South Bend and start moving further to the east. So we'll be tracking that. That's also when we're expecting the peak wind to be, and it's going to be outside of any thunderstorms. Temperatures relatively steady with the clouds and rain around, but we will be seeing those showers coming to an end after midnight tonight. We'll talk more about how things change, and they will tomorrow, coming up in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben, let's get to our other top story at this hour.
D'Angela Richardson had already picked out the dress that she was planning to wear for her spring wedding. And on the day she was shot and killed in Detroit, she won approval for a bank loan to set her up in the real estate business, something she dreamed would launch a new life for her and her family.
Larry Spruill spoke with her fiance and has a look at how he's coping with an unspeakable loss. Larry?
Andre says everything happened here at this intersection of Joy and Penrod on Detroit's west side. He tells me his fiance was working inside that apartment complex when his entire life changed.
On October 4th, they took everything from me.
Andre Arrington says his fiance, D'Angela Richardson, was his everything, his best friend, his fiance, the love of his life.
You know, my fiance had the type of spirit that if you meet her, oh, you're going to be cool with her.
Which is why he can't understand what happened on October 4th of this year.
She made it to the hospital, but she didn't make it. She passed away 6 days later.
Just months before their wedding, they were going to say their vows on May 16th, 2020. But now that won't happen. Richardson was murdered while working inside this apartment complex at the intersection of Joy and Penrod on Detroit's west side. Arrington was downstairs when 2 men robbed his fiancée and then shot her inside her office.
I had to kick in like the little office door, and my fiancée was laying on the floor with a gunshot wound to her thigh. I tied her leg up as tight as I could with her jacket.
But she died days later. Now all he has left of his fiancée are these pictures.
You go from having a whole family to be living in a house alone. That's like a hurting feeling. You know, they took a mother, a sister, a daughter, a wife from a family, man, that really truly needed her.
And so I did reach out to Detroit police to find out a status on their case, and they tell me that as of right now, the suspects that they're looking for is 2 males in their early 20s. They received a lot of tips and information, but as of right now, nobody's behind bars. We're live tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Yeah, certainly, if you know anything, say something. The number to call, 1-800-SPEAK-UP to Crime Stoppers. Okay, Larry, thank you.
Developing tonight, Detroit's Inspector General releases its report into an alleged scandal involving the Make Your Date program, city money, and deleted emails. The report finds Mayor Duggan did handpick Make Your Date to receive funds without a fair and open process. It also finds the mayor's chief of staff told employees to delete emails related to Make Your Date. The report says neither finding violates city rules, but telling staff to delete emails is an abuse of authority. Mayor Duggan says he wishes those emails had not been deleted.
I do think the deletion of emails is a bad look, and I wish it hadn't happened. It made it look like a perfectly good program had something to hide.
So now Mayor Duggan says the city will look at the Inspector General's recommendations given in the report. However, the city does not have to add or change any rules as a result of the investigation. If you'd like to read the full report, we've put it for you at clickondetroit.com.
Police in Dearborn are looking for a thief tonight. Take a look here at surveillance video. It shows this man taking a charity box from the posh hookah lounge just off Michigan Avenue. The box was intended to help orphans in need. Security video shows the thief taking the box right off the counter. If you know who this person is or have any information, call Dearborn Police. And in Bloomfield Township, police are looking for this man. They say he was seen lurking outside a home on Forest Glen Court. A woman called police and reported seeing a man on her security system peeking through windows and standing near the front door. Bloomfield Township police hope someone will step forward with any information.
Political maps are going to stay as they are. That is the decision from the U.S. Supreme Court, which says claims of partisan gerrymandering are not legal in nature, but rather political. Mara McDonald has a look at what's next. Mara.
Devin, we're talking status quo for now, at least until 2022.
The maxim in Lansing has always been those who control the state legislature control the drawing of Michigan's political maps. That means congressional districts and state legislature districts. Those maps had to be able to withstand legal challenges to their fairness. And while they did withstand the legal bar, the argument has been they are still gerrymandered, meaning the Republicans drew maps to help them and dilute the Democrats' power. A lower court had agreed, ordering the legislature to redraw everything. But in a split decision at the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land says no, that these are not in their legal purview, but a political decision.
So in 2022, here's what happens. That new bipartisan commission whose sole focus is to do these maps springs into action. It's something that the voters approved last year. We're in the newsroom. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, also making political headlines on September 30th, Governor Whitmer signed the budget and also issued 147 line item vetoes. One of those was the per pupil funding increase to charter schools. So unlike traditional public schools, charter schools did not get an increase in funding. Jamie Edmonds attended a press conference with charter school supporters who are not happy with this. Jamie?
Good evening, Kimberly. They chose today for the press conference because today was the day of the first state aid payment. So traditional public schools got a $240 per pupil increase and charter schools did not.
Each pond represents a charter school in the state of Michigan.
Dozens of charter school supporters, parents, grandparents, students, superintendents came out on a rainy Monday, and they hope the governor is listening.
I hope she sees us, and I really want to bring the point out to her that these people voted for her. They voted for this, and they had no idea that this would mean putting their kids up as a political pawn.
The people here are angry that Governor Whitmer vetoed a $240 per pupil funding increase to charter schools. For Madeline Black, superintendent of Way Academy, that adds up.
It's close to $200,000 when you add that all up.
According to the Mackinac Center for Public Policy, 75% of charter school students are low income. The Michigan Association of Public School Academies estimates 50% of Detroit and Flint students go to a charter school. Ali Sandifer says he feels singled out and not in a good way.
Charter schools are in Detroit and it affects students of color. So regardless if it's charter school or public, denying that funding is denying equity in Detroit.
Supporters here have heard the governor's motivation for the line item vetoes was to get Republicans back to the negotiating table. If so, they have a message.
Seeing this as a chip that she can play for roads, I've heard that a lot, but I talked to several parents who would rather hit a couple potholes than have their children miss out on this funding.
Again, supporters came here to the governor's Detroit office hoping to change her mind. I got a response from the governor's office via email. It reads in part, the budget Governor Whitmer received was flawed and she had to make tough decisions to keep families and communities safe and help Michiganders access critical services they rely on every day. If Republicans want to come back to the table to negotiate, she is ready to talk. We're live in Detroit. Jamie Edmonds, Local 4.
Okay, Jamie. Time now for a check of the national stories you'll see ahead at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Lester Holt standing by tonight from Los Angeles with what's coming up here. Lester.
Hey, Kim and Devin, coming up, my exclusive one-on-one conversation with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, the major changes for Facebook this election season. Plus, Zuckerberg opens up with some rare personal details. And our exclusive in the air, a record-breaking 19-hour nonstop flight. How about that?
It sounds dreadful, I think, to a lot of people. How do passengers and, in fact, the crew handle something like that, Lester?
Well, the short answer is we don't know. This was actually a test flight to try to answer that very question and learn a little more about what works in terms of defeating jet lag. We'll tell you what happened on board when we see it coming up on Nightly News.
Yeah, we look forward to hearing that story and others. Thanks, Lester.
Yeah, we'll see. That's coming up here in about 20 minutes, but still to come here at 6. A common health concern as people age, and that is weakening bones.
The lifestyle choices you can make today that will help slow down that process. And Chick-fil-A fans rejoice. The fast food chain is opening 4 new Metro Detroit restaurants where you'll soon be able to get your chicken fix. Next.
Communities are banding together to help human trafficking survivors.
Over 1,000 volunteers come through,
creating safe homes and providing love for those in need.
The bond that's formed between all of us.
And sometimes getting close to those who need help can be brutal.
That's, I think, the moment it really hit.
Tonight at 11, how a labor of love is teaching survivors of human trafficking how to thrive.